Hello, students. So today I'm going to discuss or explain so that you can answer your module 2 for homeroom guidance. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. So module 2 would be about accepting the individuality of others. All right. So at the end of this module, you are expected to first determine the basic aspects of an individual. Second, demonstrate suggested ways of accepting others. Third is formulate home or school policies that promote respect for individual differences. And fourth is appreciate actions or behaviors that accept individual differences. So this one is going to be 120 hours, which means this is week 2 and 3 combined. Materials needed would be clean sheet of paper, bond paper, ball pen, and coloring materials. So with this module, you'll kind of have a better understanding about individual differences. So what is the aim? It is so that you can view others' perspectives and feelings. So by this, ma-accept nyo yung attitude ng ibang tao or ibang individual na nasa paligid mo, and you're going to be open with the unique characteristics that will help you to have healthy relationships with others. All right? So this first activity is going to be observation of others' uniqueness. First, you have to have the copy, or you have to copy the table in a clean sheet of paper. This is the table. Okay. So what are you going to do? So what you're going to do is that you're going to choose 3 persons. Those 3 persons should have differences in terms of their personalities. Like for example, the first person that I'm going to choose is a singer, and then the second is a politician, and the third is, for example, a doctor. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer the description. First person would be, is this person lively or reserved? Is this person nurturing or disciplinarian? Third, is it conservative or liberated? Fourth, is it a thinker or doer? And last is a planner or easy go lucky. Again, you have to make sure that the persons that you're going to choose have different personalities. The third step is to write their names and describe them. All right, that's what I have told you already. And you have to use your best judgment on them. And last is to answer the processing questions. So these are the processing questions. First, the first question would be, sagutan mo ba or fill out mo ba yung related descriptions for each person? And sino or ano sa mga description ang pinaka-observable? Halimbawa, pinaka-observable ba yung pagiging conservative? Or observable pa ang pagiging thinker or doer? So, piliin mo siya. Number 2 naman is, what is the most difficult description to observe? Ano daw dito ang pinakamahirap? Pili ka. Ano dito? Planner ba ang pinakamahirap na isipin or tingnan sa isang tao? Kung siya ay planner or easy-go-lucky? Or yung pagiging lively ba or reserve? Tapos, explain mo kung bakit yun yung mahirap na description. At yung pangatlo, what can you say about the differences that you have observed among these 3 persons? So, pwede mo silang pagkumpara-kumparahin, alright? Kung ano-ano, bakit iba-iba nga naman yung description ng person na ito, alright? So, this next table is about situations that you're going to do, or the things that you will do to give support to others. So halimbawa, like this one. Number 1 is a new classmate with a physical disability. Physically, tutulungan mo ba siya? Paano mo siya tutulungan physically? Emotionally, anong gagawin mo? Makikinig ka ba sa mga problema niya? Socially, kakaibiganin mo ba siya? Spirituality, syempre kung pagdadasal mo ba yung kaklase mo. So, ilalagay mo lang ng maliliit or short descriptions lang on what you're going to do or what is the step that you're going to take so that you will help your classmate or neighbor or friend, whatever is given in the situation. Okay? So let's go to the next one. Processing questions after doing that. First is, ano daw na-notice mo sa iyong mga answers? Pangalawa, ano daw ang sitwasyon na pinaka-mahirap? O pipili ka sa sitwasyong nakalagay. Mahirap ba yung a cousin from an ethnic group who's still adjusting to her new school? Yung number 7, yun ba yung pinakamahirap? Or pinakamahirap ba yung number 10? An older sibling who needs help on time management. So it's up to you kung ano yung pipiliin mo. Pero pagkapili mo kung ano yung pinaka-difficult to handle, 'di ba? Nandun dito siya or manage, i-explain mo din syempre. Bakit kaya sa tingin mo yun yung pinakamahirap? And then number 3, what type of support or help is it easiest to provide? Syempre kanina, ang tanong is yung pinakamahirap. Now, ano naman yung pinakamadali? And then fourth, what have you realized after doing this activity? Okay? So we are all different. Okay. Each person is have this individuality which is unique, and you have to recognize that we are different from one another. And although there are these differences, we are in harmony, or lahat naman kasi tayo, kahit na tayo ay iba-iba, may mga punto or common ground that we have. Alright? So, anong gagawin natin? What are the steps so that hindi tayo magkaroon ng pagkakawatak-watak dahil kahit na tayo ay may individualism? Number 1, accept mo na totoo na meron tayong pagkakaiba-iba. Right? Tama ba? Wag mong ipilit ang gusto mo dahil malamang baka hindi gusto ng kaibigan mo. O wag mong ipilit ang ideolohiya mo kung may ideolohiya ang iba. Tama? Kasi ang hirap na tapakan ang pananaw ng iba or ipilit sa iba yung gusto mong mangyari. Doon nagsisimula yung gulo o kaguluhan o awayan dahil sa pagpipilit mo na maging siya ay ikaw. Tama ba? So number 2, yung similarities mo sa ibang tao, edi yun yung magiging pwede yung pag-usapan, pwede pagmula ng inyong friendship. Number 3, kahit na kayo ay may differences, be open-minded doon sa mga sinasabi ng ibang tao. Huwag kayong magja-judge kung ano yung sinasabi ng iba porque hindi iyon ang pananaw mo. Number 4, consider mo din o i-consider mo where others are coming from. Kasi hindi naman tayo pare-pareho ng kinalakihan, whatever background that we have. Some ay talagang malaki na with silver spoon. Some naman ay pinalaki na talagang kinayod ng magulang para lang mapag-aral. Siyempre, iba ang dinanas or danas ng bawat isa. And those danas will be, siya yung magmi-mirror ng individual differences o mga bagay na pag may sitwasyon, ganito siya umakto, ganyan siya magsalita, ganyan yung pananaw niya. It does not mean na masama siyang tao, but it just means that you are different. And number 5, if your differences with others are getting in the way, baka naman meron pang kayong common ground na pwedeng pag-usapan, right? And sabi ko nga, kung walang common ground, kung talagang ganun, and then, just pag-usapan nyo na lang yung mga hindi nyo common ground. Di ba maganda rin yun? Kasi, pag napag-uusapan nyo, maybe, you can meet halfway. Tama ba? There are healthy ways na pwede mong gawin. Okay? Para kayo ay magkaintindihan. So, this one is eye care policy. So, ito yung table na to, ang lalagay nyo dyan ay policies nyo sa paaralan, sa bahay, sa komunidad, and online para masabi mo na you respect individual differences. Halimbawa, sa bahay, halimbawa sa ate mo or sa kuya mo, ano yung gagawin mo? Ano yung polisiya o ano yung mga masasabi mo para sa sarili mo na nirerespeto mo yung pagkakaiba nyo ng ate o kuya mo? 'Di ba? Usually may mga away kapatid. Minsan malimit magkaiba kayo ng age at mahaba yung age gap. So, ibig sabihin, hindi talaga kayo masyadong magkakaintindihan in terms of magkaiba kayo kasi ng henerasyon. So, ano yung gagawin mo kay ate, kay kuya para magkaroon kayo ng pagkakaintindihan? Ano yung polisiya mo para sa sarili mo? Lalong-lalo na sa school dahil marami ng ibang taong nandoon. Tama ba? At lalo na sa komunidad dahil mas malaki ang komunidad. At sa online naman, dahil marami ng pagkakataon na pwede kang basta na lang mag-post sa oras na to, ano naman yung respeto mo sa pagpo-post sa iba? Tama ba? Kasi alam natin yan na dapat hindi natin kinakalimutan ang respeto. Respeto muna at sariling dignidad, kumbaga sabi nga nung kaibigan ko, over anything else, you have to make sure that you are seeing if you are being kind o kaya ikaw ba ay meron ka bang bias o ikaw ba ay nakakatulong sa mamamayan over everything else. Ay ibig kang sabihin, kung tuwing magpo-post ka, isipin mo muna, ito pong post na to, masasaktan ba yung iba kong mga kaibigan na may ibang pananaw tungkol sa ganitong bagay? Worth it ba i-post na saktan ko sila? Yung mga ganon ay napaka-importante para magkaroon ng masabi ng mga ibang mga tao na you're sensitive enough. Okay? Processing questions, number 1, how do you compare your answers in each column? O sabihin mo lang, ano ba, halos pareho ba yung sa bahay, sa school, sa komunidad? Number 2, given the current situation, how do you intend to practice them? Ngayon, nandito tayo sa bahay. Minsan lang tayo makalabas. Although, good thing, alam ko yata next week, pwede na lumabas ang 15 to 65. Tama ba? So, wag po masyadong ma-excite. Baka mamaya kung saan-saan po magpunta ang kayong mga estudyante namin, ha? Baka kung saan kayo magsuot at kung baka feeling nyo okay na okay na. Marami pa rin po ang COVID cases. Pero kahit sa ganun, bahay man, nasa labas man, given the situation na meron pa ring limitasyon ang ating mga galaw, ano naman yung pa rin yung mga practices para masabi mong, uy, nirerespeto ko yung pagka-individual ng mga taong iyon. Okay? Number 3, what made your practice such ways to respect individual differences and care for others? Ang tanong na ito is, ano bang meron na, what made you practice? So, ano yung mga sitwasyon na masasabi mo na, ay, meron talaga kaming pagkakaiba, kaya kailangan ko talaga mag-care. Ano yung mga dahilan mo kung bakit mo din gagawin to, kung bakit mo kailangan mag-care? So, mag-iisip ka ng mga sitwasyon sa buhay mo, tapos mag-iisip ka ng mga ginawa mo dati na, oo nga no, nag-care ako nung panahong ganito dahil alam ko sa sarili ko, nirerespeto ko si ganito. Okay po ba? Alright. So, ito, write 3 to 5 paragraph essay that answers the question below on a sheet of paper. How should we celebrate our individual differences? Okay, baka naman maisipin nyo, uy, sineselebrate pala yun. Ano yun? Parang birthday, parang pesta. Hindi po. Ang ibig sabihin, tayo ay iba-iba. At ang pagkakaiba natin is worth celebrating about because God made us na perfectly imperfect, parang ganon. Kasi nga, hindi mo masasabi na may isang sobrang perfect na tao at hindi mo rin masasabi na siya ay ikaw at ako ay siya, di ba? So that is something to be happy about, right? So ano yung mga bagay na masasabi mong, pag ito ginawa ko, sa palagay ko, pinagpupugayan ko ang pagiging individual ko. Pag itong mga gantong paraan, malamang nagse-celebrate ako, hindi ibig sabihin ay maghahanda ng pagkain. Ang ibig sabihin ay, baka mamaya mga sagot nyo dyan maghahanda ng lechon. Hindi po ganoon, ha? Hindi po ganoon ang mga sagot natin dyan. Ang sagot natin dyan ay, halimbawa, magkakasama kayong magkakaibigan, at kayo ay masayang nagkukwentuhan, that is actually a celebration, alright? Kasi celebration yun ng differences kasi hindi nyo magagawa yun magsama-sama sa isang lugar at nagkakaintindihan at nag-uusap kung you're not celebrating your individual differences. Tama po ba? Simple as that. Pero ikaw ang bahalang mag-isip kung how you celebrate it, okay? And then, I think this is the last part of it. You have to share your thoughts and feelings the suggested time allotment here is 15 minutes. So you have to create a slogan or poster on unconditional acceptance of others and respect for individual differences. When we say slogan, anong difference nun sa poster? Slogan has words, tama ba? And slogan has words, not only words, but may aksyon na magaganap sa words mo. Okay? Baka po nagkakamali tayo sa paggagawa ng slogan. Kasi sometimes, when I check slogans, it sounds like, or it seems like, it's an, parang phrase lang siya, pero walang action involved. Ang slogan, pag nakita mo, ibig sabihin, meron kang pinaglalaban na ito sana yung ating gawin. Kapag nakita mo siya ng isang beses, it's readable, mabilis basahin, maganda yung font, mas malaki, maayos, at madaling intindihin at basahin. Sometimes ang slogan, meron siyang rhymes, di ba? Rhyming yung slogan. Sometimes hindi naman, parang maikli lang na phrase. But anyway, sabi naman dito is slogan or poster. Ano naman yung poster? Yung poster, pwede namang walang words ang poster. Individual, pag nakita mo siya, merong drawing, kita mo agad doon sa drawing kung ano yung ibig sabihin mo doon sa pinaparating mo na message para magkaroon daw ng respeto para sa pagkakaiba-iba. Alright? You may post it online. Again, if you're going to post it online, I have given you the hashtags before, just like our first activity on the poem. So, post it online or physically in the most accessible areas at home. Okay ba? Para minsan, pwede mo namang ilagay sa kwarto mo or pwede mong ipakita kay inanay, kay tatay, o sa iyong mga kapatid na ito yung ginagawa mo for your homeroom and makita nila that you are open para irespeto ang individualism ng bawat isa para magkaroon din tayo ng pagkakaintindihan. And you're going to use a short bond paper and coloring materials. So that's it for our week 2 and 3 for homeroom guidance. All right, I hope malinaw. And if any case that you have questions, other questions that you have, all right, don't hesitate to mag-message lang kayo. All right, you know my number, you know my Facebook account, and also Messenger. All right, so bye-bye!